This audiobook is not here to motivate you. It is here to train you. Motivation fades. Emotion changes. But training rewires who you are under pressure. Most people don't lose because they are weak. They lose because they are untrained. Untrained minds react. They panic under pressure. They hesitate when it matters. They give control to emotions, to circumstances, to other people. And once you lose control of your mind, everything else follows. Life doesn't test your intelligence first. It tests your composure. It tests your discipline. It tests your ability to stay calm when things don't go your way. If you haven't trained your mind, those moments will expose you. This audiobook is built for those moments. Moments when you feel pressure rising in your chest. Moments when emotions want to take over. Moments when one reaction could cost you respect, money, relationships, or self-trust. Winning in life isn't about always being right. It's about staying in control long enough to make the right move. That's what mental training is. Not positive thinking, not affirmations, not hype. Training. The same way the body needs resistance to grow stronger, the mind needs structure, discipline, and repetition. Without that, the mind becomes reactive by default. Reactive minds chase comfort. Reactive minds avoid discomfort. Reactive minds collapse under uncertainty. Trained minds operate differently. They pause. They observe. They choose. And that pause is where power lives. This audiobook is designed to help you build that pause. Not once, not occasionally, but consistently. You don't need to change your personality. You don't need to become emotionless. You need to become stable. Calm under pressure is not a personality trait. It is a trained skill. Discipline is not something you either have or don't have. It is something you build through standards and repetition. Clarity in chaos is not luck. It is the result of a mind that has been trained to cut noise and focus on what matters. In every situation, there is a winner and a reactor. The winner doesn't always succeed immediately, but they stay in control. The reactor might feel justified, emotional, expressive, but they lose leverage. This audiobook is about shifting you from reaction to control, from impulse to intention, from emotional decision-making to disciplined action. Over the next 70 minutes, you will go through 8 core mental training principles. Each chapter focuses on one skill, not theory, not philosophy for entertainment. Training principles you can apply immediately. You will learn how to stay calm under pressure, how to control your reactions, how to build mental endurance when things get uncomfortable, how to think clearly when situations feel chaotic, how to train the voice inside your head instead of being controlled by it, how to show up consistently even when motivation disappears. This is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming reliable. Reliable under stress. Reliable under uncertainty. Reliable when it matters most. Because the person you become in difficult moments is the person who defines your life. If you train your mind, you don't need to fear situations. You stop asking, what if things go wrong? And start thinking, whatever happens, I stay in control. That mindset changes everything. This audiobook does not promise shortcuts. It does not promise instant transformation. What it offers is something more valuable, a system, a way of thinking, a way of responding, a way of showing up. If you listen passively, nothing will change. If you listen actively and apply what you hear, your internal standards will rise. And when your standards rise, your behavior follows. Throughout this audiobook, you will hear simple principles repeated in different forms. That repetition is intentional, because training is repetition. You don't build strength by lifting once. You don't build discipline by deciding once. You don't build control by understanding once. You build it by showing up again and again. So as you listen, don't rush. Let the ideas settle. Notice where your current habits conflict with what you're hearing. That discomfort is part of the training. By the end of this audiobook, you won't be a different person, but you will be more controlled, more grounded, more deliberate. And that is how winning actually starts. Not with motivation, not with confidence, but with a trained mind. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Win your inner game. First, winning doesn't start outside of you. It starts in the space most people never train, their inner game. Before results show up in your work, your relationships, or your decisions, they show up in your thoughts. Before you lose a situation externally, you usually lose it internally first. Most people don't realize this because the inner loss is quiet. It happens when doubt interrupts focus, when emotion hijacks judgment, when hesitation replaces clarity. By the time the external failure appears, the inner battle has already been decided. That's why training your mind is not optional. It's foundational. If your inner world is unstable, no strategy will save you. If your inner world is chaotic, no opportunity will last. The first rule of mental training is simple. You must win inside before you can win outside. Many people try to fix outcomes without fixing the system that creates them. They chase better habits without addressing the mindset that breaks those habits under pressure. They want confidence without training the behaviors that earn it. Confidence without control is fragile. Discipline without clarity is exhausting. Ambition without emotional regulation is self-sabotage. The inner game is the operating system behind everything you do. When it's weak, even small challenges feel overwhelming. When it's strong, chaos becomes manageable. Look at how people react when something doesn't go their way. Some panic, some complain, some blame, some shut down. Those reactions are not personality traits. They are symptoms of an untrained inner game. A trained mind doesn't eliminate emotion. It organizes it. It creates space between stimulus and response. It slows the moment down just enough for choice to exist. That space is everything. Because the moment you react automatically, you hand control away. To your emotions, to other people, to circumstances you don't fully understand. Winning the inner game means reclaiming that control. It means becoming the kind of person who doesn't get pulled off course easily. Not because life becomes easier, but because you become steadier. This steadiness is not natural. It is built. Most people let their inner world be shaped by whatever happens around them. News, social media, other people's moods, unexpected problems. They live in reaction mode. Reaction mode is dangerous. In reaction mode, your standards drop. Your patience disappears. Your long-term thinking collapses into short-term relief. You say things you later regret. You make decisions you later justify instead of respect. Winning the inner game means exiting reaction mode permanently. It means choosing to be proactive with your mental state instead of passive. This starts with awareness. You cannot control what you don't notice. Most people don't notice their inner dialogue. They don't notice the tension in their body when pressure shows up. They don't notice how quickly their focus fractures under stress. Training begins by noticing without judgment. Notice when your mind rushes ahead. Notice when it catastrophizes. Notice when it seeks comfort instead of progress. Noticing is not weakness, it is the first act of discipline. Once you notice, you can interrupt. The interruption is where training becomes real. When you feel the urge to react, pause, not to suppress the feeling, but to observe it. Ask yourself one question: what would a controlled response look like right now? That question alone begins to shift power back to you. Controlled responses are rarely dramatic. They don't look impressive in the moment, they don't release tension instantly, but they protect your long-term position. Emotional reactions feel powerful for a few seconds. Controlled responses build power over time. This is where most people fail the inner game. They choose relief over respect, expression over effectiveness, short-term comfort over long-term control. A trained mind understands something simple. Every situation has two layers: the external event and your internal response. You don't always control the event. You always control the response. The moment you confuse those two, you lose leverage. People say things like, "He made me angry. She stressed me out. That situation forced my hand." Those statements sound normal, but they reveal surrender. When you give credit to external forces for your internal state, you quietly accept weakness. Winning the inner game means removing that language from your thinking. Nothing makes you react. You react because your mind was not trained to pause. That pause can be built. At first, it feels uncomfortable. You will feel the urge to respond quickly, to defend yourself, to explain, to prove. That urge is the training signal. Just like muscle soreness tells you growth is happening, mental discomfort tells you the inner game is being challenged. Most people escape that discomfort. They distract themselves. They justify their reactions. They tell themselves, "That's just who I am." But that sentence is a lie. Who you are is not fixed. Who you are under pressure is trained. The inner game is trained through small, boring repetitions. You don't wait for big moments to practice control. You practice it in minor frustrations, in traffic, in conversations, in delays, in misunderstandings. Those moments are not interruptions. They are the training ground. If you can't stay composed in small situations, you won't suddenly become composed in big ones. This is why winning starts inside. You build trust with yourself. Every time you pause instead of reacting, you reinforce a new identity. I am someone who stays in control. That identity compounds. Over time, something changes. Your body stays calmer under pressure. Your breathing stabilizes faster. Your thoughts become less scattered. Not because life improved, but because your internal standards rose. Standards are the backbone of the inner game. A standard is a rule you follow regardless of mood. For example, I don't raise my voice to feel powerful. I don't rush decisions to escape discomfort. I don't explain myself when silence is stronger. These standards feel restrictive at first, but they create freedom. They free you from emotional chaos. They free you from regret. They free you from being pulled into unnecessary battles. Winning the inner game also means choosing your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every comment deserves a response. Not every disagreement deserves engagement. Untrained minds feel compelled to react to everything. Trained minds are selective. Selectivity is strength. When you stop reacting to everything, your attention becomes valuable. And where your attention goes, your life follows. Another critical part of the inner game is patience. Patience is not waiting passively. It is maintaining control while time does its work. Impatient minds force outcomes. They speak too soon. They act too early. They reveal weakness without realizing it. Patient minds wait for alignment. They observe patterns. They choose timing deliberately. Timing is a mental skill. The ability to wait without anxiety is a sign of inner stability. This stability changes how others interact with you. Shy people test boundaries unconsciously. They sense reactivity. They sense calm. When they sense reactivity, they push. When they sense calm, they hesitate. This is not manipulation. It is human psychology. A stable inner game creates quiet authority. Not authority that demands attention, authority that commands respect. Respect is rarely earned through intensity. It is earned through consistency. Consistency in tone, consistency in decisions, consistency in behavior under pressure. That consistency